Level 2. Combo Breaker. And there we go. I am ready for this. With Punchy78.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. Big happenings in the scene today as P2W endures humiliation at the hands of a small team from a local laundromat. In the upset of the century, this previously unknown team of locals utterly trounced Team P2W's Coda, who was fired on the spot. Are P2W really as strong as we believed? Are they starting to show weakness? Are they no longer favored to win the Pro Tour? Will this little incident become the start of something bigger? Who knows? Personally, I can't wait to see what this new team can do. For more on this developing story, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and rate Fight Shack 5 stars. This is only the beginning, folks.
Nice. It's cool that they referenced that. I'm curious what would have happened if we lost, how that would have affected things. I'm sure a lot. It is the distant future, year 20XX, and I'm no longer an aspiring game champion. I'm an aspiring game champion and a team manager. That's one more set of shoes that I'd originally intended to fill, if we're being honest. I would have been perfectly content to blend in with an existing team just as another player, but if this is what it takes, so be it. The good news is that I'm not flying solo as Supreme Overlord of this team. Everybody has opinions to contribute. The bad news is everybody has opinions, and I'm quickly discovering that balancing those out is getting tricky. This morning my job is simple. Completely redesign the team's profile on discomfort.fist and select a sponsor for our Pro Tour ambitions. All while keeping as many of the teammates as happy as possible. Simple, right? Okay. Let's get to work. Alright, do I have to pick a name for our team? Loading.
Iris, online.
Hello, Mr. Manager. I also figured out how to run a virtualization of the Iris app on my home computer. PC geeks get things done. Represent. Just call me Angel Arts, Iris. Okay, hello, Angel Arts. I've finished compiling all input regarding your team profile and sponsorship opportunities, cross-referencing with your friends and their own requests. Shall we start with the profile? Every good team needs a good team name. I don't know, Good Clean Fun could work nicely for that. True, but Team GCF was always a working title, and your friends have sent me ideas for better names and acronyms. But these are only suggestions. If you want, you can make up a name and acronym yourself. Okay, let's see them. Team the Best Team. Zapper's idea. Magnificent 7. Loxley's idea. Future Forward, Grace's idea. The Next Fiasco, Domino's idea. The Pit Crew, PC, Jinx's idea. Mexlar XC, Rhapsody's idea. None of these, write your own team name. I like the Magnificent 7, even if it's not... Ignoring the fact that it's Loxley's ideas, I promise you, it's not just because I like Loxley. It really isn't just because I'm partial to Loxley, but just looking at all of these, the Magnificent 7 just has a really cool ring to it. So that's the one I'm currently leaning on at the current, right now. I'm trying to think if there's another clever name that I can come up with, but nothing is really jumping at me right now. So M7, and plus M7 reminds me of N7. N7 is in Mass Effect, so it's kind of hard for me to ignore that, really. So yeah, I'm just gonna be lazy and pick M7 because that is my favorite of the chosen ones. And the fact that it's Loxley's idea is just icing on the cake. It's just not why I'm choosing it, but it doesn't hurt either. Well, there's 7 of us, and we're pretty magnificent, if I do say so myself. Let's go with that.
Good work.
Okay, nice. I got a plus from Loxley. Okay, your team name and acronym are now registered with Discomfort.fist. I've also emailed everyone to let them know of the change. It seems pretty obvious how much I am favoring Loxley, but I don't care. I kind of wish, I doubt the game would do this, I kind of wish the game, the characters would call me on that would call me on and be like, you pick Loxley a lot. You show crazy favoritism to Loxley. And I'm like, sorry y'all, like, our life is part of one big giant visual novel, and Loxley, I gotta, as a rule, in these types of, you know, games, you kind of have to keep picking your significant other if you're trying to maximize on that romance. Next, it's time to pick a sponsor. Beating team play to win made my job simple. You had sponsors lining up to talk to you. Oh, I guess if I didn't beat them, then I wouldn't have a lot of sponsors? If you can keep that hot streak going, this will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've organized dossiers for you, including the sponsor's original pitch and any comments from your friends about the offer. Wow, thanks Iris. Here I was thinking that being a manager would be, like, difficult and stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was originally made to be a virtual assistant to high-powered business executives. This sort of thing is child's play to me. Now let's take a look at the offers. You have 3 of them to consider. Would I have only 2 or 1? I'm not sure. Crimson Tiger rep. Good day, Mr. Angel. I represent Crimson Tiger Energy Drink, the premier beverage of choice for the 13 to 25-year-old gamer demographic. So it's 13 to 25-year-olds. We're always on the lookout for promising young teams, and yours shows a great deal of promise. We'd like to sponsor your entry in the Pro Tour. You'll find our team's salary package more than generous, allowing you to focus entirely on team training and practice without day jobs to worry about. In return, we'd like you to wear our red branding colors and be seen drinking our product, a simple request we feel. Interesting. So we'd have to, like, promote their product, which I think is fair. I think that's fair because they are paying us. With over 20 years of experience in this field, I assure you that you'll find no finer partner than Crimson Tiger.
Don't know about that.
Hey, Iris forwarded me the CT offer. I guess they're a proven brand, but do we really want to be sponsored by the guys who sponsor everyone already? Plus, their energy drink tastes like warm battery acid. No way I'm slurping that stuff down.
You've gotta be kidding.
I've never been a fan of the blatant machismo and in-your-face attitude of Crimson Tiger, especially not when that's still a huge problem in this scene. Also, have you seen their clothing design? It's better suited for a gaming chair than an actual human body. I refuse to wear anything that obnoxious. So they can offer us all the money we'd need to make this happen, but I need to wear their colors, chug energy drinks, and annoy Domino and Rhapsody? Doing business means accepting trade-offs, Angel Arts. Maybe the next 2 offers will be more to your liking. Hey, Angel Arts, glad to see you showing up. Team P2W. We need fresh blood in the scene to keep it from stagnating, and you are fresh. Blade Joysticks, PR. Blade Joysticks, makers of professional-grade fighting game joysticks, wants to sponsor your team all the way to the top. Our team salaries can't compete with the top draws, I'll admit that, but you'll get all the free hardware and controllers you'll ever need, which is not that great for me since I don't use controllers, but for the rest of my team, sign with us and we'll make sure you're all kitted out. Sound good? Let me know.
I don't think that's a good idea.
They mean well, but the reason Blade can't offer a lot of money is because they're probably going out of business in a few years. Blade controllers are the player 2 sticks you let your cousin use because you don't want them wrecking your good joystick.
Not down for that.
Plus, I literally can't use their joysticks. They're too stiff. It hurts my wrists. If you want to trade your keyboard for a Blade, feel free. But personally, I won't be using their gear. Sorry. Piles and piles of free gear would save us some money, but if Grace and Jinx both don't like Blade... And I can't say I like the idea of ditching good old the 101 keyboard for a joystick just to keep them happy. You could have everyone else on the team other than Jinx use Blades. If you want to keep your competitive keyboard edge, there are options. Also, there's one more candidate to consider, and if I may lend my own biased view, I think they're exactly what we need. But going on this trend is probably not what Loxley is a fan of. Loxley or Zapper are fans of, since they have not chimed in yet. Pizza Yums marketing. Pizza Yums. Good to talk to you, Hark. We are the Pizza Yums. We are here in the Pizza Yums family have been following your story closely. Everybody loves an underdog. We'd love to sponsor you. We've got experience helping people build their brand and can really get to the next level. We can't offer as much money as more esports-focused company, but we also don't have any demands in return. We just want to help you soar. It would help if you were a bit more family-friendly, though. Let's talk. Just drop me a line and we'll arrange to pay entrance fees to tournaments for you. If nothing else.
No f***ing way.
Family friendly? Seriously? F that. I make no apologies for who I am or what I want to say. I figured as much, Zapper. Plus, pizza bagels taste like school glue on cardboard. Hey, that's mean.
I must protest.
Pizza Yums is run by capitalist thugs who line their pockets by pushing processed garbage food of highly dubious nutritional value. In addition, they've sponsored many events at Deco's Palace. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Deco's Palace. Excuse me, the Palace. The pinnacle of an anti-arcade. I say nay. Oh, that's interesting. The fact that they sponsored Deco's Palace. I'm not really all that keen on that either, Loxley. Dang it. So no matter who I pick, I upset someone. Seriously? It seems that way. Sorry, Angel Arts, but these are the tough decisions you need to make when you're in the position of leadership. They'll accept your decision no matter what, but you may lose standing with two of them, depending on what you decide. I guess crowdfunding isn't an option? Not for the amount of money we'll need to travel and tournament expenses. Even the cheapest of the offers will get us more than a GoFundMe would. Right, decision time then. Crimson Tiger energy drink for bottomless money and endorsement. Domino and Rhapsody won't like it. Blade joysticks for decent money and free gaming hardware. Grace and Jinx won't like it. Pizza Yums for okay money and few restrictions. Zapper and Loxley won't like it. Well, I really could care less what Zapper thinks. I really could care. Zapper is like at the bottom. At the bottom right now. I do care more about Domino and Rhapsody, but not as much as I care about Loxley, Grace, and Jinx. Like, my top characters that I care about are Loxley, Grace, and Jinx. And then Zapper is, I don't hate Jasper. I don't hate Zapper. She's just, of the six, she's the one that I'm least interested in, focusing on keeping, completely happy. Domino would be my second, just above Zapper, and then Rhapsody would be next in line. Again, not because I don't like Rhapsody. I'm sort of indifferent when it comes to Rhapsody compared to Loxley, Grace, and Jinx. I'm a bit indifferent. So, I originally was gonna go for Pizza Yums because I do like pizza bagels. Truth be told, I don't like to be told about pizza bagels constantly, but I do like pizza bagels. So I was gonna get it, but the fact that they sponsored Deco and Deco Palace is a bit of a turnoff for me. The Blades joysticks is cool, but I don't like how Grace and Jinx would like it. And then the Crimson Tiger energy drink, I don't need the bottomless money. I think the bottomless money is not my main reason of getting it. But I think a lot, and I don't want to, I can understand people being upset about being sellouts and stuff, but it feels like none of these three are ideal, but I think Crimson Tiger energy drink is the least of the evils, especially because you get bottomless money, which is not a terrible thing, as long as you don't waste it, if you don't take advantage of it and waste it. So Crimson Tiger energy drink for bottomless money and endorsement. Domino and Rhapsody won't like it. Crimson Tiger is a strong invitation and can get us everything we'll need to make this happen. I'll wear red so the others don't have to. I have to wear red?
Let's embrace our doom.
I guess. I like my orange, but okay. Hey, if you're the one who has to guzzle the innards of a toxic swamp monster instead of me, I'll sign that dotted line. Just remember, I warned you.
Well, that's disappointing.
While I'm not thrilled by your choice, I won't deny their support is going to help. I'll try to find something that matches their uniform.
Sounds good.
And that's all the managerial decisions you need to make today. I let a long exhale, leaning back in my chair. This is more stressful than I thought it'd be. But you're doing so well, and you'll only get better at it in time. With me in your pocket, figuratively and literally, there's no way you can lose. I mean, you can still lose your FOD2 matches, but still. I have a lot of functionality you haven't even tapped yet, If you want me to, I can get you leverage to negotiate for more from your sponsor. Leverage as in blackmail? You'd be surprised how many embarrassing details are perfectly public if you want to know how to search for them. What do you say? We're already getting a ton of money and endorsement from this. I feel like we don't need to do that. If they're already giving us this much. Iris, no federal crimes. I'm already here in hot water just for using your pirate app service. No blackmail. It would help us get ahead of Hunter and stay ahead. I'll consider a possibility. If we have all of this resources, like the financial and promotional resources, I feel like blackmail is like overreaching. So, Iris, things are already a little sketchy. Let's not add blackmail to my rap sheet, okay? Is it really blackmail if it's just incriminating information dug out of deep web sources and used as a looming threat? You really literally just defined the word blackmail. Good point. I guess I'm new at this, what with being freshly activated only yesterday. Maybe it'd help me align my morality subroutines if I knew why you want to give up this advantage. It's the wrong way to do things, period. We don't need it, we can rely on our own skills. The risk isn't worth the reward. It's the wrong way to do things, period. Iris, there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. Good and evil, selfless and... I mean, I don't agree with this. I don't agree that everything is that black and white. So I don't agree with that, but... I mean, of the three responses, that was the best one that I thought I would have said. Selfless and selfish. I'd rather you fall on the right side of that line. Blackmail is criminal for a reason. It's cruel and inhuman. I won't be any part of something that generates misery for others. True, it would increase overall human misery by a small degree, and any non-zero amount of misery is still misery. I think I understand. I have to think globally about the overall human condition. Thank you for explaining it to me. Now, you should go freshen up. Team practice starts soon, and you still need to catch the subway over to Good Clean Fun. Onward, Mr. Manager. Angel Arts. Onward, Mr. Angel Arts. At least that's over with. All I need to do now is go down to the arcade and kick some virtual A. I know I can do that at least. No more wrangling strong personalities, no more settling conflicts, just doing what I was born to do, play games, right? Right. Except, well... matchmaking is taking forever. It has literally been 2 minutes, Zapper. Yeah, I know, forever. How are we supposed to get practice matches if the servers can't find anybody at our skill level? It's gotta be your ELO dragging us down or something. Or yours dragging us up. High-ranked pros aren't always playing this early in the day, you know. Having only a single FOD2 machine in the entire arcade, plus a slow day for an online matchmaking, means practice is moving at a snail's pace. On the plus side, while Dom and Zap are busy getting their rounds in, I'm free to wander around and chat with people. Probably for the best. I haven't spent much time getting to know them yet. I should take advantage of this quiet moment. I doubt I can visit everyone before it's my turn at bat, but I can squeeze some socializing in. Whom do I want to chat with? Is it really like a question? Jinx and Grace are taking this time to actually do laundry. Rhapsody's chillaxing and playing on their phone. May as well get an early lunch with from Ben and Matt. Loxley's practicing his prize catching, but looks bored. Let's go to Loxley first, then I can go to Ben and Matt. Loxley's in his usual spot, practicing catching plush toys with a dodgy crane apparatus, but he's lackluster in his approach with little flair. Maybe he's smiling, but compared to how he played yesterday, he's just a shell of his swashbuckling self, going through the motions. Hey, how's it hanging and catching? Ah? Oh, Angel Arts, 'tis but you. Pardon my sharp reaction.
An unpleasant business, this?
It's been a rather unpleasant morning for me. I fear I'm not at 100 today. It's cool. What's on your mind? Crime. Specifically, the nature and definition of crime. Oh, look, I'm in red now. I guess I have to wear red. No more of my orange. It's alright. Pretty sure it's stuff that breaks the laws. Yes, and who creates those laws? Who has the power, and how is it given to them? Who gives it to them, and why? Last night, a massive archive of abandonware was taken down by DMCA strikes. That's a thick load of geek speak for old software nobody's supporting anymore, removed by threat of legal action for copyright violation. Which one? The Understore. Still a few old MS-DOS games I'd wanted to download from the Understore. Did anybody mirror the files?
Most unfortunate.
Aye, but those archives are private now for fear of further retaliation. These games are part of our shared culture history, Angel Arts, but pulled from storefronts due to other legal nonsense. Literally the only way to play them was via an illegal archive. Without that, they'd be lost forever to the winds of history. Copyright in its current form only exists because a certain mouse whose names dare not be invoked pushed hard for legal changes to ensure infinite dominion over the valuable rodent.
Unacceptable!
And the DMCA, crafted by ill-advised fools in 1990X, gives those corporations the power of private police action to do with as they please. You feel my concern as well, yes? It's a shame we're losing so many games because companies won't make them legally available. I don't know, don't artists have a right to say how their work is distributed and profit from it? I mean, that's true. Dude, I haven't had my coffee yet. It's too early to weigh in on something like that. I don't know. Don't artists have a right to say how their work is distributed and profit from it? I kind of want to challenge him on this. I kind of want to see what'll happen if I challenge. I mean, I do feel this way, but I kind of want to feel like, what would happen if I challenged Loxley on this? If I don't 100% agree with everything he's saying, if I don't game the system. I don't know, don't artists have a right to say how their work is distributed and profit from it? I'm not sure, Loxley. It stinks that Understore went down, yeah, but it was a bunch of pirated games. If I made a game, I'd want to have some say in whether or not people could just yoink it off gray area website or not. I'd want to have some say in whether or not people could just yoink it off a gray area website for free. One could make the case that all private property is essentially theft, or that art is a shared cultural experience and not a commodity.
As you like.
But I'll not force my ideologies down your throat. I know I stand alone on many of those hills, and that's understandable. I would love to support the original artists if I could, but the Understore dealt in games the artists are unwilling or unable to sell. And now they're gone. I mean, I sympathize. I get what he's saying, I sympathize. But yeah, I'm really, I want to have a type of relationship with Loxley where I'm not always telling him what he wants to hear, or that I'm always agreeing with everything he says. I kind of want to be able to pick and choose moments when I would challenge him or maybe question him on things, because I think that that's what a very, like, stable power couple should behave. It certainly is how me and my husband behave. We definitely do not always tell each other what they want to hear, what we each want to hear from each other. Sometimes we have to tell each other what we need to hear. He sighs and he gets the crane game heavily. Sometimes I wonder if I've involved myself far too deeply in matters such as these. I have a number of, let's say, activities I take part in for my activism, all while trying to support Magnificent Seven. Support all my friends. It wears a man thin in time. This life, this modern society we live in, it's become rather overcomplicated, has it not? So many noble causes, so many difficult boundaries to mind, some to be watchful, others to cross boldly. I know I'm but one man. I don't ascribe to the great man theory of history. It takes a movement, not a man, to effect change. But I want to do my part. Use the privilege I was born with for social betterment. I like that sentence. Use the privilege I was born with for the societal betterment. There's a lot of people who are born into privilege and who are not born into privilege. And certain people, are privileged very much in some ways, but underprivileged in other ways. So, and that's where not only equality, but equity, there's a difference. There's a difference between equality and equity. They are both important things. I like that. Loxley, you're great. You're really great. I don't always agree with everything that you believe in or see eye to eye with everything you believe in, but at the core, you as a core person is a very beautiful person. It's coming from a good place. It seems to always come from a good place. Step right over lines others may not be able to risk crossing, even if that can be rather draining at times. I'm guessing you mean more than just sitting around pondering sociological theory when you say it's draining. Oh, absolutely. I'm not the sort to sit back and like a face wall post and feel I've done something of grand importance. Thank you, Loxley. I challenge the established arcade elite by exposing and exploiting predatory games of chance, which involve some sketchy, dangerous work, alongside other activities regarding which it'd be best if you remained in the dark. but as noted, it's tiring giving so much of myself, even if I feel I must, even if it wears down my mental health in the process. Could always rob from the rich and give to the poor, it's simple enough. Tiring, but I say be bold and step right over those lines. It suits you. You gotta self-care too, only so much Loxley to go around. You gotta self-care too, only so much Loxley to go around. Loxley, don't forget about self-care. When you're tired, rest. When you're hungry, eat. Take the time you need for yourself. Being selfless is noble, but if you give so much of yourself that you have nothing left, you aren't really helping your cause. That's something I've been trying to tell myself, like, all the time. That is criticism that's been given to me many times. It's a marathon, not a sprint, okay? Indeed, that is a wisdom to consider. And I have many causes, many tasks and errands. I must be vigilant, but I must first rest to maintain that vigil. I do not wish to let my friends down, Angel Arts. Their cause is just, and I will do my duty. Dude, you play video games. It's not that intense.
As you like.
Yes, of course. I meant playing video games. It's not that intense, but he's so cute. He's cute and pretty darn hot when he's that intense. Thank you, my friend. You have bolstered my confidence, which I'll note is not of infinite supply. Bolstering is welcome. Freshly invigorated, Loxley stretches out his arms, unkinking muscles and rolling his neck a bit. I mean, if you need help, unkinking muscles, and if you want help, like, resting, Loxley, I got you. I think I'll resume my practice until it's my turn on FOD2. Let me know when the game's free, yes? You got it. Beauty, we don't have more than one machine. We could have another if we were willing to cross a few boundaries. But this domain belongs to Lord Ben and Lord Matt, and I'll not go against the wishes. We'll simply have to find alternatives. Never know what'll turn up. We'll see. Domino and Zapper are still playing, so it's off to see someone else. Who's next? Jigs and Grace are taking the time to actually do laundry. Rhapsody's chillaxing and playing on their phone. May as well get an early lunch from Ben and Matt. I love me some Ben and Matt, so I want to hang out with them as much as possible. Food sounds like a good idea. I might be tangled up in practice sessions all afternoon, so a heavy slice of za would be advisable.
Good day. A fine day indeed. Your first day as a manager. How exciting. What can we get for you, our delightful high-powered business executive?
Please, just Angel Arts, and I'll keep it simple today. Just a cheese lover's pizza. Really? Just cheese lover's pizza? I wish I had actually a dialogue choice for this, because I'm not knocking cheese pizza. Don't get me wrong. But as a foodie, I like a lot of stuff on my pizza. A lot of toppings. A lot of very, unique toppings on my pizza. To me, cheese pizza, I feel like it could be more exciting. Okay, so sue me. I want more things. I like more things going on in my food, but that's just my personal preference as a foodie.
Can't be too cheesy, I always say, even if my bowels occasionally say otherwise.
One piping hot slice of the good stuff slides over to me. I open the box to nosh on it, too eager to find the table first. I wish they maybe if they weren't going to give us a choice, I wish they based it off of my original selection when I chose a pizza the first time.
Wow, you're full of pep today. I would have thought your first shot at managerial duties would grind you down into a tiny, quivering wad of stressed-out jelly.
Please don't remind me. I'm trying to avoid liquefying myself. When I was here yesterday, I didn't realize that becoming our team's manager was one step on my dream ladder.
Sometimes the ladder to our dreams has missing steps. In that case, it can be difficult to climb by yourself.
Ben's right. No need to burden just yourself, especially when there are people around you who've had some experience at making dreams happen.
Who?
Us. Matt's talking about
Ooh,
us.
are they going to talk about the other Hark that looks pretty much exactly like me?
Indeed. We'd be happy to impart our learned wisdom upon the younger generation. Want some pointers?
Okay. How do I blow off... Nice, Ben and Matt's bonus points. How do I blow off stress? Primal screen therapy? Drum ceremony. How should I manage interpersonal conflicts? I want to keep everybody happy. This one I'm very concerned about. How can I pump them up, really get them ready to take on challenges? How would I be managing finances and expenses and things to avoid problems? That's also important. I feel like I have a good idea of how to manage interpersonal conflicts, so I don't need advice on this. How do I blow off stress? I feel like I don't need advice on this one. I feel like I would like to get managing finance and expenses and things to avoid problems.